Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 5.2 Notes, Day 1. Today we're going to be talking about dividing functions by using factoring. So, our learning target is to be able to simplify problems involving the division of functions. Alright, directions say to factor the following polynomials by grouping. So when we're talking about grouping, that means we're going to be splitting the middle term and then taking the GCF out of each part, okay? So it's been a while since we've done this. I'm going to do a couple with you. You'll do a couple on your own, and then we'll get into the notes, okay? So I want to know, what does my first group have in common? What can I take out? Well, I see they both have x's, so I would take out the smaller one, which would be x squared, and then I can factor out an 8. So the 8x squared comes out front, and then 8x squared divided by x, or 8x cubed, I'm sorry, divided by 8x squared is x, minus 48 divided by 8 is 6, and my x squared is canceled. So now I want to do the same thing with the back group. They both don't have x's, but I can take out a 7, and it's a positive 7. 7x divided by 7 is x. 42 divided by 7 is 6. And if you look at it, those match, which is what we wanted. We bring what we took out, the GCFs, the 8x squared plus 7 is a binomial, and then the x minus 6 is our other binomial. So we get our final answer of 8x squared plus 7 and x minus 6. So kind of refresh your memories. We draw the line and we look to see what do they have in common between our first group and our second group. So our first group, the only thing they have in common is m squared. And then we would take out, or what's left over after we divide is 5m minus 6. Now the back group 30 and 36, you should know right away that you can factor out a 6 and it's going to be a negative 6. Negative 30 divided by negative 6 is a positive 5m. Positive 36 divided by negative 6 is a negative 6. So once again, we want these to match, and then we get the 5m minus 6, and then our other guy is the m squared minus 6. Now, it does not matter which order you put them in, okay? With multiplication, order doesn't matter. Okay? The key thing is just being able to look at the numbers and know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, if you don't know 24, which is 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and 21, which is 1 and 1 and 21, 3 and 7. Okay, if you can't look at those right away and be like, oh, look, it's 3, you need to go off to the side and do this. Okay, and it's going to be 3y squared. So 3y squared comes out front. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Y cubed divided by y squared is just y. 21 divided by 3 is 7, and the y squareds cancel. So that was our first group. Now, the second group. 64 and 56. It's 8. Okay, we're going to make you think for these ones. 64 divided by 8 is 8y, and 56 divided by 8 is 7. So they match, which means we did it right. So 8y plus 7 is one binomial, and my other one is the 3y squared plus 8. Now, if you noticed, I've mixed them up how I do it each time, just to prove it doesn't matter what the order is. Okay? Okay. Number 4. Now, I don't know if on your copy if they're V's or if they're N's or whatever they are. So on my copy, they're V's. Look at your two groups and see if you can figure it out, okay? Go ahead and pause the video, and good luck. Okay, so my final answer was 7v minus 2 and v squared minus 3. All right, so I want you to do number 5 and number 6 on your own. Go ahead and pause the video, and good luck. Don't just wait for the answers, pause it. Okay, and then our answers are 6k plus 5 and k squared minus 2, and then w plus 5 and 4w squared minus 7. Now, if you're having trouble with this, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself so we can help you out. Okay, so now it's asking us to perform the indicated operation. If f of x, here's my f of x, it equals 9x squared minus 15x squared minus 6x plus 10, and g of x, we have 3x minus 5, find f of x on the top divided by g of x. Okay, so the first thing I do with a problem like this is I know that f of x on the top is my 9x cubed minus 15x squared minus 6x plus 10. I'm going to divide that by 3x minus 5. Well, how do I do that? I need to factor the top. I need to break it up. So what I'm going to do over here on the left side, they already written it out for me, so I'm going to factor this. Okay, so looking at the 9x squared and the 15, they're both can factor out a 3, and they both have x's, and the most I can take out is x squared. So I take out the 3x squared, and when I divide that, 9 divided by 3 is 3x, and then 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now, negative 6x and 2, or in 10, I'm sorry, I can factor out a 2, and it's going to be a negative 2. And then when we do that, negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a positive 3x. 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. And then when I'm done, I get 3x minus 5 and 3x squared minus 2. Okay? So I factored it, and now I'm going to, my next step, so this was step 1, 2 over here, I'm just going to rewrite this, is 3x minus 5 and 3x squared minus 2, all divided by 3x minus 5. Now, if you want to, I can put this in parentheses right there to show you that the 3x minus 5 and the 3x minus 5, they're the same exact thing. And when it's like that, I can cancel those out, and the only thing that's left over is my 3x squared minus 2. So what is f of x divided by g of x? Well, in this case, once I'm done with it, it's 3x squared minus 2. And let me tell you that 3x squared minus 2 would be a lot easier to plug into than to plug into all that other business. Okay? So we need to identify what our f of x is, what our g of x is, and look at the order that they want it. So they want the f of x on top, so 5x cubed plus 3x squared minus 10x minus 6, and I'm going to divide that by x squared minus 2. So my next step, I'm going to have the x minus 2, but then I'm going to have whatever my two binomials end up being after I break this down. Okay? So the GCF of the first group is only x squared. So the x squared comes out front, and I'm left with 5x plus 3. Now the back, I need to take out the GCF again. It's negative, so the only number that goes into 10 and 6 is a 2. Negative 10 divided by negative 2 is a positive 5x. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a positive 3. Remember, you know you're doing this right if those match. So I have 5x plus 3 and x squared minus 2. 5x plus 3, x squared minus 2. Sorry, that was supposed to be squared down there. I was wondering if anyone caught that. Okay. And then my x squared minus 2 cancels out completely because they are 100% the same. And what I'm left with is 5x plus 3. Okay. All right, so number 9, let's see if you can write it out and then we'll factor it together. So go ahead and pause the video and good luck. Okay, so I kind of set everything up. I will put the f of x on the top, the g of x on the bottom, just like it's asking me to. And now I'm going to come off to the side and factor. Okay, remember, you should always ask yourself, is there a GCF I can take out of everything? We haven't done that yet because there hasn't been, but we got to remember that rule, and there's not. So looking at the 24x cubed and the 28x, I can take out a 4 between those guys. So the 4x squared comes out front, and then 24 divided by 4 is 6, and it's going to be 6x, plus 24 divided by 4 is 7. The back 30 and 35, you can factor out a 5. And then we get 6x, not 6x plus 5, 35 divided by 5 is 7. Just like we wanted to, these match, which means we did it right. So I have 6x plus 7 and 4x squared plus 5. So 6x plus 7, 4x squared plus 5. My 4x squared plus 5 and my 4x squared plus 5 cancel, and I'm left with 6x plus 7. And that's my final answer. Okay? All right, let's go and flip it over. Number 10. Oh, what's going on? Sorry, wrong button. There we go. Number 10, let's see if you can set it up again. Go ahead and pause the video and good luck. No, we're not going to restart the computer right now. Let's wait a little bit. Okay, I'm ready to go. So now, if you're having trouble factoring, something's going to cancel, so I know I need to somehow get a 3x minus 8 out of here. So when I'm looking at that, that helps me know that in the first group, I'm only going to take out an x squared because I want my remainder to be 3x minus 8. So now when I'm looking at the back, I know that I have to get that 6x that has to turn into a 3, so they match, so I can only take out a positive 2. And look at, we get 3x because 16 divided by 2 is 8. So we get 3x minus 8 because the binomials match. X squared plus 2. And then we bring it over here. So 3x minus 8, x squared plus 2. 3x minus 8 and 3x minus 8 cancel. And we're left with x squared plus 2. All right, number 11. So there's f of x, it's on the top. There's g of x, it's on the bottom. So on the top, we're writing 15x cubed plus 21x squared plus 40x plus 56. And then I'm going to divide that by 5x plus 7. Okay? So my 5x plus 7 stays on the bottom. And now I need to factor. So you guys are going to factor all on your own. Go ahead and pause the video and good luck. Okay, you should have gotten 5x squared plus 7 and 3x squared plus 8. 5x plus 7 and 5x plus 7 cancel. And we're left with 3x squared plus 8 as our final answer. All right, number 12. Why don't you see if you can do 12 all on your own? Okay, go ahead and pause the video and good luck. Okay, and your final answer, you should have gotten 7x squared minus 5. Right, I'm sorry, not minus 5, minus 8. Sorry, I wrote that down wrong. Sorry, that should have been an 8. It said 8 over here too. I got it right there. All right. So, number 13. If we're still having trouble, remember, f of x goes on the top, g of x is on the bottom. So if I'm writing this out the long way, it's 30x cubed minus 48x squared plus 35x. Oh, just need a little bit more room. Minus 56, and I'm dividing that by 6x squared plus 7. So I'm going to come over here and factor this f of x. 30x cubed and negative 48x squared, the first thing I notice is that I can take out an x squared, and then that they're both also divisible by 6. So I can factor out at 6. 30 divided by 6, we're going to get 5, and it'll be 5x. Negative 48 divided by 6 is 8. Okay? On the back, 35 and 56, those are actually both divisible by 7. So I factor out my 7. I get 5x minus 8. And just like we wanted, they match. Okay? So we get 5x minus 8 and 6x squared plus 7. And my next step is writing the 5x minus 8, 6x squared plus 7, divided by 6x squared plus 7. And I realize that I can cancel out 6x squared plus 7. And then my final answer, what's left over, is 5x minus 8. Okay? So it's just factor, factor, factor. All right, last one, number 14. You guys are all on your own. No assistance at all. Go ahead and pause that video and good luck. Okay, and your final answer is 5x squared plus 7. Now, if you have any questions or you need any extra help, please come find Ms. Carranza or myself, who would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra 2, Unit 5.2 Notes, Day 1. Thanks for watching.